Juliet Gordon Low, in founding the Girl Scouts of the United States of America, said, "I've got something for the girls of Savannah and all of America and all the world, and we're going to start it tonight." The year was 1912, and the place was Savannah, Georgia, in the Solid South. Low may have meant all girls, but the social norm of the time in the South was segregation. However, the noble ideals of Girl Scouts appealed to women wanting to encourage girls to become the best in service to God and country and outstanding personal achievement. Black girls early on were drawn to the Girl Scout mission. 1 year after its founding, Girl Scouts welcomed Black girls into its third integrated troop in Massachusetts. The first all-Black Girl Scout troop was established as early as 1917. In the North, Black girls participated as members. Mrs. Frederick Edie is pictured in 1920 with Scouts in Central Park, New York. When Low was asked about integrated troops in the South, she felt compelled to bow to the attitudes of customary segregation, letting each jurisdiction determine their membership. Pictured is Low's niece Daisy, who was the first Girl Scout. In 1948, she is seen instructing fellow Scouts. This rare photograph was found and colorized, noting the J. Kirk Studios of Troop 4 out of York, Pennsylvania, camping at Pine Grove Furnace. The first Black troop charted south of the Mason-Dixon line was in 1932 in Virginia. Maggie L. Walker, newspaper editor, civil rights and women's rights advocate, and the first woman to charter a bank, was instrumental in advocating that Girl Scout Bird Troop number 34 was created. It was during the 1930s that Girl Scouts of America established a committee on colored troops. Across the country, Black participation in Girl Scouts won the acclaim of Black leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. Encouraged by what he observed, in 1956 he said Girl Scouts was a force for desegregation. Inclusion. During the 1940s and 50s, the reality of Black and minority group inclusion was seen across the country. Numerous photographs display how widely this was realized, with updated national promotion images as well as recognition of Black leaders in the ranks. In 1975, Dr. Gloria D. Scott became president of the Girl Scouts of the United States. Here, as guest of First Lady Rosalind Carter, Dr. Scott showcases proud Girl Scouts at the White House in 1977. In 1976, Queen Elizabeth II's bicentennial visit to America included meeting with Girl Scouts while accompanied by Dr. Gloria Scott, President. The Queen was made an honorary Girl Scout. Every successful Girl Scout troop owes leadership the winning price. Throughout the history of Girl Scouts, leadership and role modeling has encouraged outstanding achievements. They were community coming together from schools and church-based groups. They were the extended family that girls could count on. They empowered girls and young women. Ethel G. Harvey was a noted troop leader, heading Senior Troop 1027 in Washington, D.C. She spent more than 45 years as a volunteer leader. They traveled to Mexico, Switzerland, and cruised on the Queen Mary to London. She was the first Black president of a Girl Scout council in the country in 1972. Josephine Groves Holloway worked to ensure that Black Scouts received every opportunity and benefit afforded all Girl Scouts. In 1933, she organized multiple troops in Tennessee without the organization's official sanction, and finally had them recognized nearly 10 years later. The Nashville Troop in 1942 was the first officially registered all-Black troop in the South. In 1944, she was hired as an organizer and field advisor to the local Girl Scout Council, making her the first Black executive in Girl Scouts. A Girl Scout camp bears her name. Dr. Gloria D. Scott has been a trailblazer most of her life. She led a Girl Scout troop, served as president of the Negro Girl Scout Senior Planning Board in the 1950s, became the first Black American instructor at a predominantly white institution, Marian College in Indianapolis, in 1961. And in 1975, she made history again, becoming the first Black national president of Girl Scouts. Scott led the organization's efforts to get girls of color involved and also influenced the 1978 trifold symbol update by designer Saul Bass to 3 faces, which emphasized the diversity of Girl Scouting. In 2020, lifelong Girl Scout and Girl Scout USA board member and corporate trailblazer Judith Beatty was named the interim CEO of the organization. She is now the first Black to sit at the helm of the organization in this position. Her Girl Scout career started as a Brownie through senior, including being a member of the first class of girl delegates at the National Council session in 1975. Her mother was a Scout. When this honor was bestowed upon her, Judith Beatty said, "As a lifelong Girl Scout, I look forward to continuing to work with this great organization to bring our mission to life for more girls for years to come."